Yeah, so in this video we will talk about the working of a Wi-Fi router. So the first basic question which arises is, what is Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi, which is short for wireless fidelity, is a facility allowing computer devices, smartphones and various other devices to connect to internet or communicate with each other wirelessly. Now the question arises, is Wi-Fi really that important in our life? So it you might not be able to visualize how much important it is, but just think of a situation with hundreds of miles of cables running from a single radio station to various places. That would be horrific, but that is not the case thanks to wireless communication. So now this is a basic block diagram of a domestic Wi-Fi network. It consists of an internet connection, which is provided by the internet service providers, a modem, a Ethernet cable, and the wireless router and your device. So what happens over here is the wireless router receives internet data from the Ethernet cable and converts it into radio waves. The radio waves are then received by the devices which connect to the Wi-Fi, and they convert it back into the internet data. So the next question that we should answer is, what are radio waves? Broadly speaking, radio waves are electromagnetic waves of frequency between 10 to the power 4 Hz and 10 to the power 12 Hz, and are mostly used for communication in devices, mobile phones, television, radio, etc. So this is the basic block diagram of any communication device involving radio waves. It consists of an input signal, which is mostly electrical signal. It can be in any other form. It is passed through an amplifier, which passes it through the transmitting tower, and it converts into the radio waves. Now on the other side of the system we have the receiving tower. The receiving tower receives those radio waves, converts them into the electrical signal, and passes it through amplify, and we get the output signal. Now in our model of the domestic Wi-Fi network, a router works as the transmitter and the connected devices works as the receivers. Data is transferred between them using radio waves. Wireless router connects to a modem. The internet data comes into it from the router from the phone lines, which is converted into radio signals. Our smartphones, computer, all the devices which can work on Wi-Fi have a network card. The card translates the radio signals back into internet. So Wi-Fi routers operate in two ranges of frequency, 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. Talking about the routers which operate in 2.4 GHz. Due to more wavelength, these waves have more penetration through walls, and hence they have a larger range. But on the other hand, most domestic devices like your mobile phones, microwave oven also work in this frequency, and hence there are higher chance of interference. So this is a shortcoming of these devices. But these devices are generally cheap and hence are more suitable for domestic purposes, where usually a single router is used. Now talking about the routers which work in 5 GHz frequency. Due to shorter wavelength, their penetration depth is less, and hence they operate in shorter range. Since other electrical devices don't work in this range, there is very little interference. Now they are more expensive, and hence they are mostly used for professional purposes, where multiple routers are used for compensating for the shorter range. While mostly used for a quick wireless access to the internet, Wi-Fi router can also be used for data sharing between two devices, where Wi-Fi router serves as the authenticating medium between the two devices. Thank you.